Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. I want to bring you a grocery haul. This is probably going to be a 2 or 3 part haul. For those of you that are new here, my name is Janice. I live and work in Manitoba, Canada, and I do work at a Canadian grocery store chain called Sobeys. I actually have 2 jobs, one of which is in an elementary school part-time, and then I'm a grocery store employee as well at Sobeys. I do a lot of my shopping at Real Canadian Superstore, which is the competition to Sobeys. But I do shop there for a lot of stuff because they have some good prices on a lot of items, but also because of their PC Optimum program. But I also do some of my shopping at Sobeys because, first of all, we're a Scene Plus Scene Plus sponsor, so we earn points there. And plus, we also have a corporate discount too. So those are the 2 primary places I do my grocery shopping. And if you're wondering what Scene Plus is, if you're at all familiar, I don't know if you have this in the US or not if you're watching from the States, but those of us here in Canada, we know that originally Cineplex put out what was called a Scene card some years ago. So you would earn points when you went to the movies, and you would accumulate those points to redeem for future trips to the movies. Well, a couple of years ago now, it's almost 2 years ago, Sobeys and Safeway switched from being an Air Miles sponsor to a Scene Plus sponsor because Scene switched from being what they called Scene to Scene Plus. Basically, Scene was just a movie card, and you could earn points at restaurants like Montana's or whatever, but you could really only use them at the movies. And then they kind of upgraded it and called it Scene Plus to where you could use it at Sobeys, Safeway, Freshco, IGA, other places as well, and earn points by grocery shopping, and also use them there to redeem on your groceries as well. Not just redeeming for movies anymore, but actually at the grocery store. So that's what I mean when I say that we're a Scene Plus sponsor. So basically, Superstore, I shop there for the points offers on the PC Optimum program, and Safeway, Sobeys, I go to because of my staff discount, but also because of the points I can earn there. All of those points are things, both Superstore ones and the ones I earn at Sobeys are ones I can use to redeem on future grocery purchases. So that's where the bulk of my shopping comes from. I usually do a pretty significant shop about twice a month because I get paid bi-weekly. Usually I get paid on Thursdays every 2 weeks, and my husband gets paid on Fridays. His pay is more than mine, and so usually what he does, his pay is deposited in his account, and he gives me a set amount every 2 weeks that I put into my account, which is where I pay the rent and all the household bills and the groceries and everything else from. And on a side note, if you're ever at all interested, I've never really gotten into budgeting videos, but if you're ever interested as far as what my actual budget is or how I do things per month, let me know, and maybe I would consider doing a separate video on that. It's hard for me to budget a little bit. Usually I pay for whatever all the other set bills are. Some things fluctuate, like hydro and water and whatnot, a little bit, but I have a general idea. But the grocery budget is pretty much quite often whatever I have left over. Because I am a part-time employee at Sobeys, and I do have a second job as well. But essentially working in retail there, I mean, hours fluctuate sometimes a little bit, especially the first quarter of the year like this when everybody's paying off their Christmas bills. So quite often I work with what I have, and sometimes I have to be very flexible and be very careful I always have to be very careful in my grocery shopping. That's why I shop the points offers and the flyers as much as I do, because I don't always have the same amount every payday to work with. So, I mean, life happens, right? And I mean, it is what it is when you're working a job like that. I mean, the hours are decent right now, but they do vary a little bit depending on the season, right? We're going to be heading into Easter here in March, so things will pick up again then, right? And Christmas and Thanksgiving are always busy too. Anyway, on to the grocery haul there. So in January, what I did is I tracked what I spent for the month of January, and I spent just shy of $400 for the entire month to feed our family of 3. I don't think I'm going to quite get there this time. I think this time I'm going to be a little bit more. So to recap, this is where I'm at so far. On February 2nd, I went to Superstore and I paid $355.89. That included $40 in cash back and $116.35 that were non-food items. So on February 2nd, what I actually spent on food was $199.54. Now, I have a couple of other things. One small Sobeys purchase here that, well, not that small, I guess. It's in price, it's not that small, that I did not film, but I will tell you, this was February 13th. I spent $58.20 at Sobeys, and that was for, I did not film this, but I've got the receipt here. I bought 2 little things of Valentine Lindor hearts they were $2.99 each to give, and I needed a couple of packets of dry Italian and ranch dressing mixes. I was trying to remember, I was making taco soup and I didn't remember if I needed Italian or ranch dry dressing mixes. So one of them was, and I can't remember which was which here, but one of them was on sale for 99 cents, so I got 2, and the other one was $2.79. But I thought, well, I'm not sure which one I need, so I better grab one of each. But because the other one was only 99 cents, I grabbed 2 of that. And then I grabbed a package of ground beef last week. That was $10.03, but with the Scene Plus card, it took 58 cents off. Sometimes Scene Plus gives you points in store, and sometimes it reduces the price on certain items. And last week it was a lean ground beef. It was a cheaper price per pound if you had the Scene Plus card. So it was $10.03 minus 58 cents. And then I bought a 6-pack of pork chops that were on sale last week for $7.90, and a loaf of store brand, Compliments brand white bread for $2.49. And then I had also bought 2 $15 Burger King gift cards. These were Valentine's gifts. So actually, of my total, my corporate employee discount off that bill was $3.19, and my total for that bill was $58.20. But as I said, I spent $30 in Burger King gift cards, 2 $15 cards. So actually, what I spent I spent $30 in non-grocery items. Let's say that. So basically, I'm out of pocket on that particular bill. The $58.20 Sobeys bill was actually $28.20 of grocery items. So that's where we're at right now. Let me turn you around, and I'm going to show you the last 2 mini shopping fill-in hauls that I got at Sobeys in the last few days. All right, so now on to some other items I've picked up the last few days. As I'm filming this today is Monday, February 19th, and this particular purchase right here is from February 16th. So most of these are just simply sale items. I'm looking at the side here to my receipt. Yeah, I actually did get some points on a couple of things, but not too terribly much. But I'll break that down at the end here. But mostly I wanted to buy these because these were sale items. These 12 packs of Pepsi they're $7.29 normally, but if you buy 1. But this week's sale is if you buy more than 1, then that brings them down to $6.75 a piece, so 54 cents off per 12 pack. So I bought 3 Diet Pepsi because my daughter and I, that's typically our caffeine of choice is Diet Cola, and 1 12-pack of Pepsi. I'll probably need to get some more pop this week. This coming Saturday, we're having some company over, which is primarily a bunch of teenage/young adult co-workers. So I don't know how many of them like diet drinks. I might have to have some regular Coke or Pepsi on hand as well. So I'll probably have to get a few more, but I'm just trying to kind of see what's left in my grocery budget after I do my Superstore run later this week. So these were $6.75 a piece. And then the sponge towels, paper towels, and the toilet paper were all on sale for $5.99 each. So I got 2 toilet paper, 1 paper towel just to restock. We're not out of everything just yet, but I know the paper towels are getting low. The toilet paper, I think we still have some, but I just want to make sure I stay on top of these things. And then these canned tomatoes were $2.29 each. I have bought Aylmer canned tomatoes before, like chili style tomatoes for making chili and for making taco soup. I've not seen these fire roasted ones before, but somebody showed me a recipe. I got a hold of a recipe that was for a beanless chili, and we've made it now in the crock pot. And it's actually really quite nice. And it actually calls for the fire roasted tomatoes. I have not seen these at Superstore. The only place I've seen them is at Sobeys at my work. So now, of course, they are on a shelf that's way up out of my reach. So I had to get one of our courtesy clerks who's a little taller to get them down for me. But he was quite willing to help, thankfully, because I just can't reach. I'm only 5'4". So 2 of those at $2.29, and this was a Scene Plus offer here on the not chicken. I'm looking at something else here. Oranges, mandarin oranges, 2-pound bag of mandarin oranges. They were $3.99 a bag if you had the Scene Plus card. They're $4.99 a bag, otherwise with $1 off each bag provided you had a Scene Plus card. Now here is what happened. So you can see the pop is 54 cents off each of them, and the $1 off of the oranges. And then the points that I got, there was an offer that said if you spend $50, get 500 points. So I got that. That's $5 in points. Every 1,000 points that you earn is $10. And then the produce offer, 250 points. That was if you spent $5 in the produce department, which I did because $3.99 times 2. So I definitely spent over the $5. And then my corporate discount on this one was $6.16, leaving me with a total of $57.27 that I paid. Earned 750 points. I had 5,108 points going in. So that leaves me with a closing balance, once those points hit my account, of 5,858 points. So not quite yet at the $60 PC Superstore. Not quite at the $60 of Scene Plus points mark yet, but I'm still at the $50 mark, but I am almost at the $60 level. So, and then this over here, these two items were things I picked up last night, February 18th, at my work, and these were on sale. The stewing beef this week is on sale for $5.99 a pound, and these large club packs of chicken breasts are on for $5.88 a pound. I would not mind going back and getting one more of each of these, but as I said, I need to see what I have left after I go to Superstore in the next couple of days. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow I'll go to Superstore. Once I buy the things on my list there, I'll know what I have left in my budget potentially to possibly go back and get another tray of each of these, because as you can see, this was $19.78. A lot of these were somewhere around $20 to $23. There's about 8 of these chicken breasts in there, so that's not too bad. And then this was around $9.80. So somewhere around the $20 to $23 mark and around $10 mark if I were to go back. So I'm looking at probably if I were to go back for another one of each of these before the sale ends on Wednesday, I'm looking at somewhere between another $30 to $35. So I have to make sure that if I were to do that, I need to take care of whatever I'm getting at the Superstore first. And then if I have another extra 30 to 35 left over, then great, I can go ahead and do that. So I'll have to kind of play that one by ear. But anyway, so as you can see, it was $19.78 and $9.80, and I earned, actually, where's my discount here? Oh yes, there it is. My discount was $2.96, so I spent $26.62 last night for these two items. So where does that put us for the month so far? Okay, to wrap up, where am I sitting now as of February 19th today? Let me recap. The February 2nd purchase was $355.89, but my food items, my grocery items that day were $199.54. I then had the February 13th Sobeys run, which was $58.20, but only $28.20 was food items. February 16th at Sobeys was all food items, and that was $57.27. And then last night, February 18th at Sobeys was $26.62. That, the $199.54 plus $28.20 plus $57.27 plus $26.62 puts me at $311.63 through February so far for groceries. And today is February 19th. Now, last month I spent, I think, like $3.99. I think I was just under $400. I don't think I'm going to quite get there. This just is a tricky paycheck for me. Like I said, we get paid bi-weekly. My next paycheck would be Thursday, February 29th, and my husband's will be Friday, March 1st. I already went ahead and sent our landlord the rent already, even though it's only February 19th. I could potentially have waited till February 29th and March 1st. Well, I couldn't have done it February 29th because my paycheck alone wouldn't be big enough to cover it. I have to wait till my husband gets paid, which would be on March 1st. And then I'd have to send the money that way. And I just feel like waiting until right on the 1st to send it would be pushing it time-wise a little bit. So I wanted to just send it on this paycheck and be done with it. But whatever paycheck the rent comes out of is always the one that takes the biggest hit. And the other paycheck usually is the one where I have a little bit more leeway and a little bit more, I can pay all the other household bills and a little bit more room to do things. So I've already paid the rent on this paycheck. And then when we get paid a week from now, that paycheck I'll be able to catch up on household bills and maybe have a little larger grocery budget and go do a Petland run and the whole bit. So I just have to I have to plan things out well ahead, and that's usually what I try and do. So, but in the meantime, we do have company coming on Saturday, these young adults that are coming over, and my daughter's birthday is February 28th as well. So I do need to get a few things, certainly some extra food for company, even just with the teenagers coming, even if it's just some extra bags of chips and some extra cases of pop, but it's extra food. So, and I do have a couple of meals coming up I need to bring. I have a friend who is going through cancer treatments who I'm supposed to be going to visit on Sunday. So we're having company Saturday, and then after church on Sunday, I've got to go visit my friend, and I've promised to bring a meal to her. So there's a few things there, like a few extra ingredients I need to pick up to make. I'm not sure what I'm making, if it'll be chili or lasagna or whatever, but I need to have a few extra things on hand to do that. And then the following Friday, March 1st, I'm taking a meal to a family from church who just gave birth to twins. So over and above, when I'm grocery shopping, it's for my family and for restocking my pantry, but it's also because there's a few extra things coming up. There's a few meals I've signed up to make, and a little gathering we're having this weekend, and then my daughter's birthday is coming up too. Now, for her birthday, we'll probably end up going and eating out somewhere potentially, but still, you know, you want to have, I don't know whether we're going to buy a cake or whether I'll make a cake, but just it all adds up. So I just kind of have to figure this in. I know already mentally in the back of my mind what's on my shopping list for Superstore, and if I can keep it to the $100 to $125 mark, then I think we'll be doing okay. And I'll be doing that in the next couple of days. But that will include the ingredients that I need for those two meals and for this weekend's gathering. And then beyond that, I'm probably not going to be doing any other stock up or any other shopping until I get paid a week from Thursday. Then I'll go ahead and do some shopping then. But I think that's fine. Once I do my Superstore shopping in the next couple of days, I don't think I'll need much between now and next week other than maybe a loaf of bread and some bananas. So anyway, so to date, I've spent $311.63 on groceries to February 19th for the month. I'm expecting it'll probably be over the $400 month this time, or $400 mark this time, whereas last month it was $399. But if I can keep it to under $450 for February, then I'll be happy with that. Anyway, sorry to ramble on, but you know, I am chatty, as we all know. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and if you did, make sure you subscribed if you haven't already done so. You can hear my birds are getting wound up in the next room. I guess they're looking for lunch too, so I better go feed them. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, do make sure you're subscribed and that your notification bell's turned on, and make sure to leave a comment down below and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. But make sure your notification bell is turned on, because I will be going to Superstore in the next few days, so there will be a grocery haul going up in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this and that you're having a great start to your week. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Hope you're having a good week, and we'll see you next time.